On September 25th, 2024, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were robbed by the Connecticut Sun. And how exactly did that happen? You could say with a little help from a friend, but not the Indiana Fever's friend. Just check out this play where Caitlin Clark gets hammered. Incredibly, there is no foul called on this play. Let's take a closer look at this as Marina Mabry hammers Caitlin Clark on the face. Caitlin Clark winds up on the floor, and the officials look the other way. Once again, the officials strike again. This game was again very physical against the Indiana Fever, but the officials elect to make no calls on these hard fouls. But what happens if the Indiana Fever touch the Connecticut Sun players? You guessed it, an immediate foul is called. This keeps happening over and over again. And so the Indiana Fever not only had to battle the Connecticut Sun, but they also had to play against the officials. This was indeed a nightmare. The contact is evident. The contact is real. And the game just kept getting more and more physical against the Indiana Fever. And so we see a recurring theme. It's hammer time against the Indiana Fever. The Connecticut Sun seemed to have a license to hit, hammer, run into, poke an eye, and pretty much get away with a large amount of contact against Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. This was truly pathetic. This next play goes to show the level of physicality and aggression displayed by the Connecticut Sun against the Indiana Fever. This is just completely uncalled for. In spite of all of this, somehow, the Indiana Fever managed to maintain the score close, and not only close, but at one point even incredibly managed to take the lead. In this next play, look at this awesome three-point shot by Caitlin Clark to take the lead. Bam! Unfortunately, the officials strike again. After all the physical play and hard fouls on Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Look at how quickly they call this foul on Lexi Hull. After all the physical plays and hard fouls on the Fever, it just seems so hypocritical of officials to call this foul immediately. The Indiana Fever keep battling, and with just over 3 minutes remaining, they tie the score at 73. Now, with 2 minutes and 9 seconds, we see a recurring theme. Once again, check out all the contact they make here on Caitlin Clark, yet no calls from the officials. Nonetheless, they manage to get the ball into Boston, and Indiana scores to tie the score again, with just over 2 minutes remaining in the game. And here up next is a crucial mistake by the Fever. They elected to have Lexi lob the ball over to Boston. And then here comes the dagger by the Connecticut Sun. The final score was Fever 81 to Sun 87. And this is how Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever were robbed. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever not only had to battle the Connecticut Sun and get fouled left and right, but they also had to play against the officials. Indeed, the Indiana Fever were robbed in this game by the horrible officiating and dirty plays by the Connecticut Sun, and the officials just seemed to look the other way.